On November 18, 2015, the Oklahoma Court of Civil Appeals decided the case of Sanders et al. Versus River Parks Authority, 2016 OK Civ App 79. This case involved an action brought by the personal representatives of a preacher that was tragically killed on a Tulsa River Parks trail when he was struck by a young boy riding a bicycle. The plaintiffs alleged that the river parks were responsible for the death due to negligent design of the trail where the accident occurred, inadequate warning signs, and insufficient supervision at the river parks trail system. The River Parks Authority filed a motion for summary judgment, seeking judgment in its favor based upon several provisions of the Governmental Tort Claims Act and the Recreational Land Use Act. The plaintiffs contended that the Recreational Land Use Act did not apply because the authority imposed various charges, including commercial and for-profit activities. The purpose of the Recreational Land Use Act is to encourage landowners to make land available to the public for outdoor recreational purposes by limiting their liability to persons entering upon and using their lands and to third persons who may be damaged by the acts or omissions of persons going upon these lands. The Act imposes no duty of care to any person who enters or uses land provided for outdoor recreational purposes. The Act goes a step further and provides that those who make land available for outdoor recreational purposes are not presumed to make any assurance that the land is safe and will assume no liability for any injury to persons or property who enter onto it. There are exceptions, however. If a charge is made for entering or using any part of the land, or if any commercial or for-profit activity takes place on the land, then the Act does not apply. The plaintiffs in this case identified a number of charges and commercial activities that were alleged to remove the river parks from protection of the Act. Specifically cited were licensure of public restaurants along the trails, commercial filming and still photography, rental of the River West Festival Park, and fees charged to event organizers who use the trails for runs, walks, and bike rides. The Court of Appeals did not find the plaintiffs' arguments persuasive and held that the commercial activity was unrelated to the land use by those persons using the trails. The court further found that because there was no charge for the use of the trails and their use during events was not exclusive, the authority could avail itself of the Act's protections.